Okay, we're coming into the main campground entrance of the McCormick's Creek State Park. As we come in here, there is guest parking to the right, pretty typical. As we're coming up to the campground control station, there is firewood available there. There is a camp store as well. The camp store is attached to the pool. It's part of the concession stand. I don't know how much they have. It's not very big, but if you're looking for something there at the park, there may be something there for you. The main drive that comes through here tees off right here to the right to Loop A and to the left to Loop B, and we'll cover both of those here in a few moments. This drive goes on back and continues into the primitive area. There's a shelter back there, and there's also a youth tent area. We will look at the primitive area and the youth tent area eventually. Now as we come through here on the main drive, here kind of at the top of the hill, there's dump stations. There's one on each side. 2-bay dump stations, pretty typical. There are exits that come out of the campgrounds beyond this where you can pull into these as you're going out. Here to the left is the exit from Loop B, and it's also the exit from the primitive campground. Loop B has a lot of one-ways. As a matter of fact, I think everything in Loop B is a one-way into that exit, so you have to come out of that exit. And you'll pick up on that on the sites as we cover them. Here on the right is an exit from Loop A. Loop A isn't really a one-way. You can exit either direction, but this is another option for you to come out of Loop A to go to the dump station. And you're beyond it, so you would be pointing out as you went through the dump station. As we come around here, if you continue on, you'll go into the primitive section, and again, we'll cover that shortly. And then to the right is a youth tent area. We'll also cover that as soon as we get the other two loops done. So now we're going to look at Loop A. Trail 7 comes in right there at the entrance. And then the first site is Site 1. It's not available on the reservation system, and it's not listed on the map. Nor is Site 2, also not available. And as is Site 3. All three of these sites are not listed on the map and not available. It's interesting that they put them all in one spot that way, but that's where they're at. There's a few others in the campground as typical. Here's the first available site, Site 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, Trail 8 comes in right beside it, 15, Here's Site 16, 17, 18, 19, 19. Here's trail 6. 20. 21. 22. 23. And here's the drive coming up here. That's the drive that goes out to the dump station area. And there's a water fill there. 24. 25. 26. There's a dumpster. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. There was a dumpster. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. And that's the entire loop. There's the water fill. That's right as you come into the campground there. Now we're doing the interior sites. This is the campground host site, which is right across from where we just ended that loop. So this is right in the corner of the campground as well in the interior loop. We're going to do each of these interior loops. They are a little bit offset, so there's several of them. This first site is 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. This is a pull through on the corner. 48. This one's not listed on the map or on the reservation system. 49. 50. 51. 'And now we're going to go to the next loop over, beginning with site number 53. 54. 55. 56. This is a pull through. 57. 58. 59. 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, and that's a pull through. Couple of things coming up here. First of all, we have the playground. It is also next to the dumpster and one of the two shower houses in Loop Bay. I guess this would be the front shower house if you want to look at it that way. Now we're going to move to the next loop. Starting with site 65. '66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, it's a handicap spot. Now we're going into the next loop. Here's site 75. There's a pit toilet beside that one. Here's site 76. It's not available on the reservation system or listed on the map. And there's a dumpster. Here's site 77. '78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, and there's a dumpster. Now we're going to the next loop, beginning with site 85. '86, 87. This is a pull-through site. 88. 89. 90. 'Now we're moving into the next loop. Starting here with site 118, that's a pull through. 119. 120. 121. 122. 'At site 121, I think, was right across from the drive that goes back out towards the dump stations. Coming around the corner here, there's woods at the end of that one particular loop there, obviously. Here's site 123, 124, 125, 126. Now we'll move into the next loop. Again, the loops were a little bit, they're not the same size or organized in the same space, so we had to do them the best we could. There's a pit toilet here. And then here's site 114. $115. 116. 117. 110. 111. 112. 113. 1 Now to the next loop. Beginning with site 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106, 107, 108, 109, 1. Here's site 95. 96, 97, 98, 99, and 100. Moving to the next loop. Here's site 91. It's a handicap site. 93. 94, also a handicap site. 'There's a dumpster. And as we come around the corner here, this is the, I guess you'd call it the rear shower house. There are two in this particular section of Loop A. I believe they're similar size and age. Now we're moving over to Loop B. Loop B has a lot of one-way streets, so we have to go through this several times on one side and then the other. And they all come out on the exit that we talked about earlier. These sites are a little bit smaller in most cases, but there's still some pretty good sized ones as well. Some areas of this campground, obviously, that aren't suitable for sites. A little bit more terrain on this side as well. So we're going to start with site 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132. There's a dumpster. 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, it's a handicap spot. There's a dumpster. Here's site 138. $139. $140. Now we're going to go back to the beginning and hit the next drive. We're shooting out the passenger side of the vehicle for these, and we'll do the driver's side here shortly. There's a dumpster, first of all, on this drive. Here's site 151. 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, now we're going to wing around again and do the next drive. Again, still pointing out the passenger side. Here's site 165, 166, 167, 168, it's a handicap site. 169, also a handicap site. And 170, again a handicap site. There's a shower house, and it's the only one in this section. There's only one. And there's a dumpster there. Here's site 171. 172, 141. This is the loop going out the driver's side now, the first one. 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 149, 150, 'Where the drives come together here is a pit toilet. the next one, again going out the driver's side window this time. Here's site 159. $160, $161, $162. It's a handicap site. $163, also a handicap site. There's a dumpster. And the shower house is there in the background. It's the back side of it. Here's site 164. And now we're going into that third drive. Driver's side, I believe. Here's 173. 174. That's where Trail 7 comes in there. This is site 175. 176. There's a dumpster and a pit toilet. Here's 177. 178. 179. 180. It's a campground host site. 181. 182. 183. 184. 185. 186. 187. 188. 189. And there's a water fill as you come out of Loop B there. Now we're going to head into the primitive section. That's the drive going back to the Youth 10 area. And the first site is 190. 191. 192. 193. 195, 196, 197, 199, 200, 201, 202, 194, it's not available on the reservation system or the map. This is the interior loop, I believe. And then there's another section that we'll hit here in just a moment. There's a pit toilet and a dumpster. And here's site 198. Now we're going to hit the back area of the primitive section. There's an interior and an exterior loop. We'll hit the exterior loop first. We're going to start with site 203. There's a pit toilet. .205. .209, 211, 213. There's a dumpster. 214. 215, 216, 218, 222, 204, 'There's a water fill. And now we're going to hit the interior of this same loop, starting with site 204. There's a dumpster. (206). (207). (208). 210. 212. 217. 219. 220. 221. 222. And we're coming out again. You see the pit toilet where we started. Now we're going to go to the youth tent area. It's off the drive as we went back towards the primitive section. It's off the drive quite a ways. And there are 4 areas back here we'll take a look at. As we come in, there's a dumpster and parking. Guest parking, I guess you would call it. The first area that we're going to look at is the area in the center of the circle drive. This is area 4. All the other areas are on the outside of the drive. We'll look at here in just a moment. This is the parking designated for area 4. And we're going to go out the other side of the vehicle here, going the same direction, just outside on the outside loop. This is area 1. There's a parking there with it. Again, each one has its own parking area. And a nice stand of woods between each one. A little bit of a divider. Here's area 2. And area 3. There's a pit toilet on the outside of the loop there. That's pretty much all the amenities they have back there. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching.